Solve 3.4, solve rational equation and inequalities. We did polynomial inequalities and we did some equations. Now we do the rational. Rational when you have something like 4 over 3x minus 5 equal to 4. How you do this? You just, 4, what is the denominator of the 4? Is 1, right? Then you do butterfly. See, 4 multiplied by 1, butterfly is you crisscross. These two multiply by each other, and these two multiply by each other. This is the butterfly method. 4 multiplied by 3x minus 5. See, 4 multiplied by 3x minus 5, and 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So we have this. The next step is to multiply 4 into each of this term. 4 multiplied by 3x, 12x. 4 multiplied by negative 5, negative 20. Then you can move for the next step. So you have this. For next step, you can move 4 to the other side. So actually, let me just erase that. What do we do here? We do move negative 20 to the other side. So it becomes 4 plus 20, right? And the 12x, you just stay there. So 12x is equal to 24. Next step is you just divide both sides by 12. Any question, Theodore?
No. Oh.
So the next one, again, is butterfly, right? X minus 5, you multiply by that. And you can multiply this one by that. This is one way of doing it. But let's say they did it differently. Okay, let me just see what they did here. First, you write the denominator in a factor form. X power 2 minus 3x minus 4 is x minus 4, x plus 1. You write x power 2 minus 1, you write as x minus 1, multiply by x plus 1. Then as you see, you can cancel things from both sides. See, x plus 1 and x plus 1 cancel from both sides, right? Then you can use a butterfly. Here, these two multiply by each other, and then these two multiply by each other. See, x minus 4 multiplied by 3x plus 2. So it's here. X minus 4 multiplied by 3x minus 1. X minus 5 divided by x minus 1. See, x minus 5 divided by, multiplied by x minus 5. So you do the butterfly here. And then you need to expand. Expand this part is x power 2 minus 6x plus 5. Expand that part. Bring everything to one side. So what do I do? X power 2 to the other side become negative x2. 3x2 minus x2 is 2x2. Negative 6x to the other side will become positive 6x. Negative 10x plus 6x is minus 4x. And 5 to the other side become negative 5. Negative 8 minus 5 is negative 13. And I hope you remember how do we do the quadratic formula, right? So just remind you, this is A, this is B, this is C. This is the quadratic formula. For B, you have what? Negative 4. Negative 4 is 4 here. B power 2 is negative 4 power 2, right? 4AC, your A is 2. 4 multiplied by 2, C is negative 13. So you have it here. Divided by 2A, A again is 2. So you do that. You just use a calculator. Under a square root, you have 120. So it's 4 plus square root of 100. Square root of 120 is 2 square root of 30. You can divide each term by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is gone. And just denominator is, so it's just simplifying that. Okay, any question?
Okay.
So this is inequality. Just so 2 over x minus 5 less than 10. Make sure you don't do crisscross. You don't do the butterfly here. because if you multiply 10 by x minus 5 is positive. It could be positive or negative. If you multiply both sides by a negative number, the sign will change. Because we don't know what is the x5 minus 5. We don't know it's positive or negative, right? It's wrong to multiply. Make sure, so many students do mistake and they do butterfly, but no, never. For inequality, you have to move everything to one side. So 10 to this side, 2 over x minus 5 minus 10, right? Then you have to do the common denominator. Common denominator, so denominator here is 1, right? So it's just x minus 5 gonna be common denominator. So you need to multiply the denominator and numerator by x minus 5, okay? Now 2 over x minus 5, so then you have to bring them together as one, because now they have the same denominator. Negative 10 multiplied by x is negative 10x. Negative 10 multiplied by negative 5 is positive 50. So you just do simplifying your numerator, and you have that negative 10x plus 52, right? So it's less than 0. Now we need to do this. This is simple. So we need to do the zeros. I need to use the zeros from numerator and denominator. Here, the zeros from numerator, negative 10x plus 52, you equal it to 0. So you rearrange it for x, the x gonna be 5.2. And denominator x minus 5, you find the zeros of denominator as well. So here is x equal to what? 5. So I just put a number line 5 and 5.2 the same way we did before. I put a line below them. I put 0 here. I don't put 0 because this is in denominator. I need to put infinity, because denominator at 5, when x is 5, denominator gonna be 0, and all things gonna be your asymptote. So this is infinity here. This is 0 because this is numerator, right? Now, I'm gonna do this sign here. So above 5.2, you can test a point. What is that? You can test 6. Between 5 and 5.2, you can choose 5.1. Below 5, you can choose 0 to test. Let's say I put 0 here. So 0 numerator is positive, 0 denominator is negative. Negative positive, it is what? Negative. If you put 5.1 here, you get positive. And if you put 6 here, you get some negative number. Then because it said negative, right, I need to look at for negative area. So these area are gonna be my answer. At the end, you should say x less than 5. And here x greater than what? 5.2. Do you wanna take a screenshot of that? Please do. So inequalities, you cannot crisscross. You have to really work on bring everything to one side and then write that in factor form. This is already in one side. I don't need to do anything. C is x power 2 minus x minus 2 divided by x power 2 plus x minus 12. You write the numerator in a factor form. You write denominator in factor form. Guys, if you have problem in this factor form, you have to let me know. Because assuming that you are grade 12 student knowing this stuff, then you need to find the zeros in numerator and denominator. So x minus 2 equals 0. X plus 1 equal to 0. X minus 3 is in denominator, right? Equal to 0. X plus 4 equal to 0. So this is the zeros in numerator and denominator. So from the numerator, we have x equal to what? 2. Denominator x equal to negative 1. Here is x equal to 3. And here is x equal to negative 4. Now, next step is just to put a number line. So these zeros, I write it from smallest to biggest. The smallest one is -4, right? Then -1, then 2 is here, and then 3. Below of each of this number, you put a line. So make sure your expression, this is my expression, f of x. This is my f of x. I want to find the sign of this, right? This f of x, the sign of f of x is coming here. Since √3 and √-4 is there, right, in denominator, for 3 and -4, my function is infinite because denominator will be 0. When the x is 3, this is 0, denominator will be 0, right? Then the whole thing's gonna be not defined. So I just need to put infinity here and here. But for 2 and -1, this is in numerator. 0, when you have 0 in numerator, your expression or your function gonna be 0. I just put 0 here. Then I need to check the sign between these two zeros, let's say. You check it with using a test number. Between -2 and 2, you can choose any number, like what? Like 0. Between 2 and 3, you can choose any number, like 2.5, right? Above 3, you can choose any number, like 4. This is test. Between -4 and -1 and -4, let's say I choose -3. Below -4, you choose what? You can choose -5. Let's just test 0. If you put 0 here, x minus 2, it would be negative, right? If you put 0 here, it is positive. If you put 0 here, 0 minus 3 is negative. 0 plus 4 is positive. See, we have positive, 2 negative. Overall, the sign is what? 2 negative will give you positive. Any question, guys? Now, I'm gonna choose the other ones. Let's just choose -3. If you put -3 minus 2, it's still gonna be negative. -3 plus 1 is a negative number. -3 minus -3 is negative. -3 plus 4 is positive. So I have 3 negative here, so overall gonna be negative. Then you can choose -5. So I know the answer is positive. I know 2.5 will be negative, and here is gonna be positive. But you have to check, right? You check it yourself. Then you wanna look at the area that is greater or equal than 0, means the one that is positive, right? Greater or equal to 0 is positive. So this area, and the area here. So for the area here, I have x less than what? X less than -4. For the area between -1 and 2 is x between what? Is x between -1 and 2. And here is x greater than 3. So this will be my answer to this question. Guys, do you have any question?
No.
All right, so this is the first question. This is 3.4 worksheet. Second question you do. Here is another question. All of these questions, I want you to do that. That one. Okay, let me just revise myself. Okay, this is on page, the 3rd page, right? You do all of the questions on 3rd page. You got it? This is more practice question. these all questions. Just for you guys that you missed the first part, when you have something like that, 4 over 3x minus 5, this is equality. You put a denominator 1, right? Then you use a butterfly. Butterfly is a crisscross, like these two multiply by each other. These two multiply by each other. So 4 multiplied by 1 is what? 4. Then 4 multiplied by 3x minus 5. I expand both sides. 4 multiplied by 3x is 12x minus 20. So I bring 4, I just put 12x to be this side. And I bring 20 to the other side. 20 to the other side, it becomes positive 20. So here 12x equal to 24. X equal to 24 over 12, which is 2. Got it? So this is kind of crisscross. But for inequality, we never do crisscross. You have to move everything to the other side. This example is solved in the note. You look at that. This example is solved. So for inequality, you have to move 10 to the other side and 10 and take the common denominator, 2x minus 5 minus 10 less than 0. Then you have to do common denominator. It's explained in the notes. And I want you to go over that and look at the solution. And if you need more explanation, I'm going to do that for you. Just go over that. So algebraically, and this question, I just did it for you, right? Your homework, the class work is going to be question 1 and 2 and 3 here on the last page.